Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for another Take 5 episode with Travel Gossip. Today, we are bringing you our final instalment in our Great American West series, and I'm joined with Kim from Montana. Hi, Kim.
Hi there, Melissa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's so good to have you with us. I appreciate it's first thing in the morning there, so thanks for joining us bright and early. um, Before we get to chatting though, Kim, I know you've got a great video to share with us, so let's take a look at that first. Great video, Kim, that has really helped to paint a picture of some of the activities on offer in Montana now, I think. So following on from that video, what would be your recommendations for a first-time visitor to see and do?
Well, I think they should visit Glacier National Park. So it's in the northwestern part of Montana on the Canadian border and in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. So it has amazing scenery with snow-capped peaks, waterfalls, alpine meadows with wildflowers, and lots of trails to hike. So there's just one road that crosses the park. It's called the Going to the Sun Road. And the best way to get an overview of the main features of the park is to drive that road or take a red bus tour. So get out on the trail, watch for wildlife, take a boat tour or horseback ride. It's all about the wonderful scenery and outdoor adventure there. Another great reason to visit Montana is to have easy access to Yellowstone. Although only a small portion of Yellowstone National Park is in Montana, 3 of its 5 entrances are located in Montana, so that offers great access. We don't have direct international flights into our state, but visitors can fly into Bozeman from Denver or Salt Lake, Minneapolis, Chicago, and many other big US airports, and they can rent a car, and it's an easy drive to be in Yellowstone in an hour and a half from Bozeman. And the gateway towns of West Yellowstone or Gardner at the north entrance offer great access and activities. So it's very popular to visit both national parks on a visit to Montana. So driving from one to the other and staying a couple days in one of our small towns in between makes a great trip. The third thing I want to mention is that we are well known for our Western lifestyle. The pace is slower, the people are friendly and helpful, and I think that the Yellowstone TV series, which is filmed in Montana, is pretty popular in the UK. And so by staying on a guest ranch, it's a great way to get a true sense of that cowboy lifestyle. These ranches will give visitors a bit more realistic idea of that lifestyle than what's shown on the TV show, although I admit that show is really entertaining.
Brilliant. So we've covered some of the top things to see and do, but are there any lesser known things about Montana that you would like to share with us today?
Yeah, because of our gold rush history, we have ghost towns to explore. So I love wandering around the old buildings in those ghost towns like Bannock or Nevada City or Garnet and reliving the gold rush era, learning about the early settlements. We also have lots of dinosaur fossils. In fact, many are still being discovered in Montana. You can go on a dino dig and explore Montana's Dinosaur Trail, which is comprised of 14 museums across the state. And our Museum of the Rockies, which is a Smithsonian affiliate, it has one of the largest collection of dinosaur fossils in the United States. We also have a large variety of large mammals, the largest variety of large mammals in the US, except for the state of Alaska. So wildlife is found all across our state, not just in our national parks. Because we have such great habitat and because of our low population, we only have about 1 million people and we are the 4th largest state in the US. So it's pretty common to spot wildlife almost anywhere. Depending on the season, you might see an elk herd crossing, a main road or even see a bear or a moose. We still have lots of wilderness areas in our state, so that's great habitat. When people are outdoors, maybe enjoying a kayak or raft trip, horseback ride, or even on a hike, most of the time you'll see some wildlife along the way.
Oh, brilliant. So the dino dig sounds really cool and lots of opportunities to see wildlife as well. Fantastic. So what would you say, Kim, is the best way to experience Montana?
Take a road trip. Get in your car or your motorcycle, RV, and drive. We have scenic drives, no traffic jams, and large expanses of roads with very little traffic. In fact, even our interstates are scenic. The landscape changes dramatically as you travel across the state, with the spectacular Rocky Mountains in the west, with those forests and rivers and lakes. And moving east, you see wide open expanses as you follow the Yellowstone River as it flows to the eastern part of our state. So driving is a very pleasant experience in Montana. And we always recommend also stopping in some of our small towns along the way, like Red Lodge or Gardner or Miles City.
Brilliant. So the road trip sounds idyllic and a great way to explore, definitely. We are almost out of time, Kim, but I'd love to know if you have any recommendations of when would be the best time of year to visit Montana.
Fall is a really great time. Kids are back in school. Places are a little bit less crowded, and September is really a wonderful month with cooler nights and still bright, sunny days. It can snow as late as May and as early as October here because much of our state is at high elevation. So just be aware if you travel to mountainous destinations like Glacier.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Kim. I just want to note that we have linked your website in the comments, so our viewers can check that out for more information. And as I said earlier, this is the final episode of our Great American West series, but for anyone who's missed the earlier episodes, you can find these on catch up over on our Take 5 Great American West playlist. So now it's time to say goodbye, Kim, since we do just have a short time today. So thanks for your time. It's been great having you with us.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I've enjoyed it.
Thanks, Kim. And to play us out, we have another great video, which is going to showcase some of the beautiful hiking trails on offer. So let's take a look at that. Bye, everyone.